In this section, we're going to look at lists. The list is an abstract data type, and in the next video, we're going to go over what an abstract data type is. So a list isn't a concrete data structure, it's an abstract data type. And when it comes to abstract data types, normally there's an interface involved, and list is no exception. In Java, the lists that we're going to look at in this section all implement the java.util.list interface. So that's what I have on the screen. Classes that implement the list interface represent an ordered collection, also known as a sequence. There are quite a few classes that implement list. We're not going to look at all of them, but we are going to look at a few. We're going to look at array list. We're going to look at linked list. We'll look at those two in this section. We're also going to look at vector. There's also an abstract list class and an abstract sequential list. If you want to implement the list interface, you want to create a custom implementation, rather than starting with list itself and implementing that, it's a good idea to instead extend abstract list and abstract sequential list because they're skeletal implementations of the list interface. And so they kind of give you a head start, and all you have to do is override the methods that you specifically want to implement if you want custom behavior. So if you are going to implement a custom list, it's a good idea to extend one of these two classes. So let's just look at a few of the methods in here. You'll see we have add, so we can add items to the list. We can check to see whether a list contains an object. We can get an object from the list if we have its index. We can find the index of an object in the list. We can check whether a list is empty. We can remove objects from the list. We can find out using the size method how many items are in the list, and we can get the array that's backing a list, and we're going to see what that means in the next couple of videos. Now, some of the classes we're going to look at in this section, like ArrayList, you've probably worked with before. ArrayList is a really popular class, but we're going to dig a little deeper. We're going to actually look at some of the ArrayList code to see what's going on under the covers. Okay, so when we're dealing with lists, we're dealing with an ordered sequence. So the data is organized sequentially just as it is in an array, and we're going to see in a couple of videos that a popular way to implement the list interface is to use an array. So let's move on now and take a quick look at what an abstract data type is. I'll see you in the next video.